Hey everybody, I hope you're still doing good. It's Mr. Belk. This is, fortunately or unfortunately, our next to last lesson, if you want to call it that, video lesson. So that is unfortunate in some ways, and is fortunate in some ways. Just wanted to say, with my voice, I've enjoyed having you guys in my class. Today and tomorrow, we're going to be talking about just some basic statistics that you guys know about. I've learned about before, so just a little bit of a refresher. But yeah, I've enjoyed having you guys. Some of you guys I've had for 2 years. Some of you guys I may see again next year, not because you're failing, but because you're juniors. Um, but yeah, please, I hope you enjoyed my class. I hope um, it prepared you for college. If you're going to college, it was really my main goal. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed having you guys in my class. So let's talk about the measures of central tendency. And that sounds really, really fancy, but it's three things that you've heard about before. Is it's the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, you use these to really when you're studying a data set. So that's just a set of numbers or a set of data. It could be any set of things. It could be answers from a poll, or it could be answers like that. Or what we're going to be talking about mainly is numbers. A data set of just one list of numbers. So let's talk about the median real quick. Median is the middle number when the numbers are arranged in order. Okay, so one thing you want to make sure you do while you're doing this is actually put the numbers into the right order. So here, and I usually put them from least to greatest. Technically, for the median, it would work either way, but I'm going to put it least to greatest. So we got 15, 19, and I like to cross them out, otherwise I'll probably get confused. 15, 19, 20, 29, and 36. Okay, and then I can just you can cross them off on either side and see the middle number. We've crossed out 2 on each side, so this median would be 20. Okay, there's really only one other situation we need to talk about with the median, is if you actually have an even set of numbers, what happens is you have two numbers that fall in the middle, and let me show you guys what you're supposed to do when you do that, in case you don't remember. So let's write these out again too. We got 28, 37, 67, and then 75, 81, 92. Okay, so then you cross these things out on either side, and you get to the middle, and see there's 2 crossed out on either side, and what you have in the middle is you have 2 numbers. And then what you want to do to find the median here is you're just going to average these 2 numbers together. You do 67 plus 75, and then you're going to divide that by 2, which is why I have my calculator over here. 67 plus 75, and then divided by 2. So our median now is 71. Okay, so it's actually possible to have a median that's not a number in your set of data if you have an even number of numbers. Let's talk about the mode. Mode is really straightforward too. The mode is the number that occurs the most, and so it occurs the most often. You have 2 or 3 or 4 or however many of that number. That's going to be your mode. So for example here, and your set of points in your data set don't have to be in order for this. So let's talk about this one. Here you've got 21, I believe, right here, and 21 right here. So 21 would be the mode for this case. And there's really 3 possibilities that you can actually run into when you're looking at the mode. You can have a set of data that has more than one mode, or you can have a set of data that has that has no mode. There's no number that occurs twice, and that happens sometimes. Let's look at the second set of data, and we'll see one of those things. Let's see, we've got a 15 and a 15 that I see. And we also have a 12 and a 12. Okay, so that means our 2 modes would be 12 and 15. So make sure you look out and see if there's more than one, and there could also be 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever technically. And if you look at the last set of data down here, 4, 8, 15, 21, 23, there's no number that reoccurs or that happens twice, so this one would just have no mode. And that's a perfectly fine option that happens frequently. And let's talk about the last one, which is called the mean. So that was the median, the mode, and the mean. Now we'll talk about the mean. The mean is just kind of your regular average. You add up all of your numbers and divide by however many numbers you have. So like for this one, I'm going to add up 19, 13, if I can't add, 19 plus 13 plus 15. 19 plus 13 plus 15 plus 25 plus 18. And then there are 5 numbers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then divide that by 5. And that tells you that your average or your mean is going to be 18. And let's go talk about, so the only two things that could get annoying when you're trying to find your average is if you have a huge set of numbers, which we won't be doing by hand. We will talk about how you can do some of this on your calculator tomorrow. And another thing we can talk about is word problems. Yep, word problems are going to always come back to haunt you. So let's talk about Chad. Chad recently launched his new website. In the past 6 days, he has recorded the following number of daily hits: 37, 29, 37, 56, 45, 38. So he is hoping at the week's end to have an average of 40. To achieve this, how many hits must he have on the final day of the week? So he's got these 6 days: 37, 29, 37, 56, 45, and 38. So if you wanted to average all of those things together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you would divide it all by 6 to figure out what the average currently is. What we're going to do is we're going to average in the last day, because we're about to go solve. It wants to know how many he must have on the final day of the week. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and add in. We're going to add in the final day that we don't know as x, as the variable, so plus x. And since we're including that in the average, we're actually going to divide by 7 to account for that number. And this does look kind of scary, but that's okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set it equal to, we're going to set this equal to what he wants his average to be, which is 40. So really, we're just going to add up all these numbers, and then we'll kind of simplify down what's going on here, and you'll be left with an equation to solve. So 37 plus 29 plus 37 plus 56 plus 45, and then plus 38. So that gives us 242 plus x over 7, and set that equal to 40. So what you want to do to solve this is multiply both sides by 7 to cancel out these that denominator on the left. And then you're going to get 242 plus x. And 40 times 7 is 280. And the last thing you can do is, subtract the 242 and solve. So let's see what you get when you do 280 minus 242. That gives me 38 for x. So 38. That's what he needs on the last day. That's what he needs on this last day that we talked about, to have an average of 40. So some of the problems is kind of like working backwards. They don't tell you what, or they don't want you to find the average. They give you the average, and they want you to find one of the missing days or one of the last days. Okay. So I hope that helps. And please let me know if you have any questions. Your assignment is attached as a file in LMS. There are a couple of normal problems, and there are a couple of word problems, but I think you guys will do just fine.